I've never claimed to be a great carpenter or woodworker. I'm kind of a hack, but anyway, this is my table saw. It's been neglected. It was a hand-me-down, not a great table saw, but it was free and it's mine and that's what I use. But it was also covered in rust. So I watched several videos on how to take off surface rust. And I just sprayed it down with WD-40 and put a Scotch-Brite pad on the end of my sander. And I went over it for just a couple minutes. It wasn't very long at all, and it took off almost all of that surface rust. There's still some spots in there that are dark, and I can't get them off, but I went ahead and decided to do the other sections the exact same way. It ended up not taking everything off the way that I wanted it. I wasn't looking for perfection, but it still had some spots that I couldn't get. So after I worked in the tracks a little bit there, I decided to hit it with my orbital sander with 220 grit sandpaper on it, and took off some of the remaining deeper stuff. Not really deep. I didn't get into the metal or the iron, but this kind of finished it up and took the rest off that I thought that I wanted to get off of there. And again, it's not perfect, but it's closer. After I got done with the sandpaper, I sprayed it back down again and went back over it with the Scotch-Brite pad just to kind of smooth out anything that I had done to it with the sandpaper, which I was nervous about using because I didn't want to get down into the iron too much. I went over the slots again, the tracks, wiped it down, and it actually did not turn out so bad. It looks pretty decent. Still a couple of dark spots and stains, but the rust is gone and I'm okay with it. Alright, try this again. So we're making a
Home Depot run! That was weird.
still trying to organize or even set up the shop to where it's better than what we got going now. Basically what I'm doing is I'm adding a little extension on the end of my workbench here. I used a magnet that I pulled out of a hard drive to find the studs. It finds the nails really well. I'm just going to mount a 2x4 on the wall, screw it into the studs, and then add a piece of plywood to the top. And that'll just extend the workbench all the way to the wall with a little bit of an overhang there. It looks crooked, but it's not really. Then I cut another 2x4 and made a leg out of it, just to support that overhang just a little bit better. So I got the workbench attached to the wall. There's the extension in the corner that I just built. I started kind of putting things in places. I've got a long way to go. Organize some of the wires, the speaker wires and whatnot. But it's actually starting to get there, and it'll get better.